Hello, Reshaper. Hope. Wait. Okay. Just try to put some Instagram on, but somehow it doesn't work. Japanese work, but not the English one. And I wonder why. Okay, doesn't work. Okay, I can do nothing. Good. Hello, Recep. I hope you're fantastic today. In today's very stream, I want to share with you the problems or the side effects of affirmation that nobody's talking about. Really. And by the way, people on YouTube, Facebook, when you want to go on my YouTube channel, you can do so by go pogodora, P-O-G-O space D-O-R-A, and just join because it's in 4K, better sound quality, and I mean it's a little bit better angle maybe than here. So yeah, tell me in the comments how you're doing today, because today it's a little bit controversial theme. Who remembers yesterday thing? The yesterday topic. The yesterday topic was more about the 5 blisses that we all have, and it should be in balance because the universe make them balance. If something goes up, something we have to risk with something. We have to offer something, make it, and we have to sacrifice something to get something. And by this, our balance in the universe as vibration is maintained. So, and if you know the 5, you're more than welcome, because it's better to know the 5. If you don't know the 5, watch before stream yesterday, or if you want to have the short version, just go on my TikTok and alexspaet 98, or when you feel like, hey, I don't find you, you can just go, people on YouTube, you can just go in the description box, that's my TikTok, or you can go into my, people on Facebook, just go into my page, you will see there my websites, go on the link trees and just scroll the whole thing down, you will find a TikTok. I have already put also, right now, what I'm talking about is also on TikTok there. If you don't want to watch my stream, you can do it also. But in the stream, I want to talk about more deeper inside about those things, because I couldn't transform everything in 1 minute what I'm actually talking about. I mean, I could, but not like the whole detail. So today it's more about detailed stuff. So without further ado, let's jump in. Do you feel like, hey, I have just watched The Secret, or I have read The Secret, and now I want to go and do my affirmations, and I want to manifest everything in my life. Boom! Magic pill. Do you truly think that is happening? Now let me tell you the truth, okay? And the problem. The truth is, affirmation work. It works. If you want to do it, it will work. 100% it will work. If you do it the right way, it will work. If you put your mind, if you put your soul, if you put everything inside it and you feel it every single time, like for 90 days or more, it will freaking work and you will have manifest what you want. But there's one but. And many people, many coaches are talking about, yeah, because you're not taking action, because you don't doing those things, because you don't see this opportunity, you don't go out, you don't see opportunities, and when you don't see opportunities, you can't manifest the things. But so you have to go out. When you go out, you have to see the things and have take action, because you don't take action, it doesn't manifest. And this is actually what most people are talking about, just not taking action. But it's not that easy. I mean, it's easy, but the thing is, they are overseeing one big aspect. Where comes affirmation from? Many thinking like, hey, you have just to put the vibration there and you get it back and everything is fine. I have talked about yesterday the balance between the 5. if there's no balance, if something goes up, you have to sacrifice something. Okay? So for example, you want to have money. And you want, okay, I want to manifest money. Right here, right now, I want to manifest money. Boom. You're doing it for 90 days, you're doing all the thing, and you manifest money. You get money, actually. But one thing is actually overseen. For what price you get some money. What is a payback check you have to do? Because you have to maintain the balance, there's a payback check. Okay? What actually manifesting is? And the truth about manifesting, it is not a magic pill that you can get everything you want. No. Unfortunately not. What manifesting is, you have your lifespan, right? And you have some different, like, we're not living just in the 3D, we have more than a lot of dimensions. There are more than one reality we're living right now. And these realities are determined by our own possibilities. And what you do by manifesting something, you're ripping off the possibility somewhere in the future of all those possibilities and manifest it here. You just tear it here. What will happen is when you rip the possibility from the future and bring it here, you have a freaking hole in the future. Okay? Again, what manifestation is getting somewhere in the future, taking this possibility, the probability, ripping it off, and bringing it here. This is what manifestation is. This is what doing affirmations is. Okay? You rip it off, bring it here. Now what will happen? You have the freaking hole there. And now you have a disbalance. And the moment you reach this hole, this is where the payback comes. This is where you have to pay back. So many people are talking about manifestation is so amazing, it has me a lot, I have my millions of dollars, but nobody is talking about the payback because they haven't reached it yet. But in the history, there are people who have reached the payback. There are people who have reached it. Who had manifested something, but they had also to make the payback. And you don't know what you have to pay back. This is actually the most cruel thing. You have to pay one of those 5. It can be your life, it can be money, it can be your acquaintances, it can be your health. Okay? It can be your fun of life, it can be your love that you have to pay back. Now, it can be time. It can be everything. And by life, I mean all the time. You have less time to live. Now you know actually what the dilemma is in affirmation. You have to pay back. Nobody's talking about the payback. Everyone is talking about it works. Nobody's talking about the payback. Literally, nobody's talking about it. You have to fill this empty space somewhere, somehow. And you do it through the 5 that I've taught you. Now let me tell you an example. Who has to make the payback? Who has to make the payback because he has actually manifested himself health and something like that. If you know the book, The Miracle Morning, the author is Hal Elrod. He also been recommended by many other people, also by Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki and other people, really famous people on the personal development. And what I want to tell you is that manifesting is not always safe. And I want to tell you why, okay? Well, in his book that he has written, basically, he has talked about the payback. He's not talking about the payback, but he has talked about what he has manifested. And first, when I read the book without the information, and I'm telling you right now, I told you, okay, cool. In his 20s, he got a car accident. His whole body was paralyzed. And with affirmation, he get rid of it. He get out of it. Right? He got out of it, of the paralyzation. Amazing. He does a great job. It works. It works. Right? And now the second one, okay. 2008, it was like the world crisis with economy. Everything drops down. He also dropped down, but okay. And then he has reminded himself on this manifestation, and he manifested himself out of the bankruptcy and become even more rich than before. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I say, oh, hey man, that's really cool. He did like 2 things that nobody can do. He has so much to do with affirmation, and I have also back in the days, I wasn't aware of it, and I have also told this stuff. Without being aware of it, that affirmation has not just the plus sides, but also has the downsides. Okay? Now the third one. The third one is, in his late 30s, like maybe in 40 or something like that, he has actually terminal cancer. The last stage of cancer. The last stage of cancer was there. And again, boom, he has make your also affirmation, he get rid of it. Hey man, this man is amazing, man, he can do anything. I thought before when I've read this book, because it was written so. But let me tell you one thing. Now knowing the information that there's a payback check, how do you see this information now from this perspective? Well, in his 20s, he got a car accident, right? He was paralyzed. He does affirmation. What happened is he got out of it, right? Awesome, amazing. But 2008, of course, there's a world crisis. Everybody's saying, hey, a world crisis, many people got bankrupt. But let me tell you that many companies like the Amazon, the Google, the freaking Facebook, established in this very year. They use this year to grow the whole thing, to become one of the biggest companies in this world, to become the top companies. He could do it too. It was not about the knowledge. It was not about the people don't want him. It was a payback. Okay? I forget to say one thing. Manifestation. If you manifest something, if you go with your affirmations towards something, you want something. When you say to the universe, every time, what will happen is, the universe doesn't give you this thing with the energy of love. But because you're doing it all over again, start to manipulate your own brain, it gives it because it is annoyed. You just say, hey, you can get it. And just rip it off and give it to you. So this kind of thing that you get, even if you cannot see it might be anything that you want to have. It is not made of energy of love, but energy of fear. Okay? The universe gives you this thing when you manifest. It is bringing you the energy of fear into your life. Let me ask you, do you want to have more energy of fear, yes or not? You might feel great. You have the instant gratification, everything working. Maybe not instant, but you know, if you see like on a scale on the universal time, it's instant gratification. You get instant gratification and you get it and you can do it and everything. And you become rich. Maybe you get a family and stuff like that. But then comes the paycheck. And for Harold, the paycheck was his money. In 2008, he got bankrupt. And then he started, he wasn't aware that this is a paycheck. He wasn't aware that this is a payback check, that he has to pay back. What you say, okay, it worked out before, I do it again. He did it again. And the thing is, this cancer that came, it wasn't something that he had a bad lifestyle or something like that. He had a great lifestyle. He had no stress at all. But why he had the terminal cancer? Why just came there? It's a paycheck. Because he got rid of his bankruptcy, it was his second the cancer was a payback check for him. And because he got rid of the cancer one more time, now I'm asking myself, what's the next payback check? What he next have to pay back in order to maintain the balance in the universe? You know what I mean? In watching this kind of thing, from this kind of perspective, you will see that the law of attraction and stuff like that, it is working. You can use it, but don't use it blindly. Because so many people are using the law of attraction blindly, without knowing, without having the knowledge, without not just the knowledge, but without recognizing it, that there might be something to maintain the balance. There might be something. They don't know the paycheck that they have to pay back when you have manifested something. And the paycheck, they can be every time, right? It is not just the paycheck comes like, 2 days later. It can be 2 days later. It can be 1 day later. It can 1 hour be later. It can be also be 10 freaking years or 20 years later. But it will come back to maintain the thing. Now my question to you, knowing that there is a paycheck that you have to pay back, are you still willing to manifest something? Are you still willing to manifest? Of course, you might have, like for 10, 20 years, you might have the fun of your life and everything. You might be the richest person in this world because you have manifested those things. It might be anything. It might be everything. But you have to pay something for it. It comes at cost. And the cruelty on it, you don't know what cost is next. In case of all Harold, first of all, it was his health. Second one, it was his money. Third one, it was his health. Again, and he was close to death. Literally. Now, what's the next one? It can be something he will... And this is exactly the thing. When I see people like holy manifesting teachers, hey, I manifest this, I manifest this, I manifest this, manifesting everything is fun. Of course, you can get rid of those things. Of course, manifesting is amazing. You can get rid of cancer. You can get rid of being poor. You can get rid of everything. But you don't do it for the will of the universe, for the universal energy. You do it against the will. You're forcing the universe to do it. You're not getting it because you deserve it, maybe. And some people say you deserve everything. Of course we deserve everything. But the thing is, we don't deserve everything with pressure. We have to do it with fun. We have to do it with pleasure. We have to do it with positive emotions. And of course, yeah, you have positive emotions, do your affirmation, stuff like that. Of course, yeah, you have positive emotions, but it is like happening, you have a kid there who's just whining. Let me tell what affirmation is. Let me tell, imagine you are in the universe and you, who is doing the affirmation, is actually the whining kid who's just whining every single day, like for 90 days straight or for more, till it gets a thing, till it gets a freaking toy. And now it gets a toy. And after maybe a short amount of time, the kid gets boring of the toy. Why? Because this toy wasn't given to the kid with energy of love and compassion. It was given to the kid with the energy of fear. Because annoying, if you think like, okay, it's annoying, right? Because the kid is annoying. If you dig deep down all the negative emotions, you come down to fear. If you dig down all the positive emotions, you get down to love. You have like this kind of thing, right? So you have the emotion of fear there. You give this thing which is covered in emotional fear to the kid. This is what you get from your affirmation stuff. I mean, I have nothing against affirmation. As I said before, I have nothing against it. But I'm against the fact that nobody's talking about. But I'm against the fact that nobody's talking about that affirmation is the ultimate stuff. You can get everything you want for no price at all. Okay? People also in the history, people like Napoleon Bonaparte had also paid the price for the affirmation. He was the biggest warrior back in the days. Not the warrior, but the biggest, biggest leader. He has conquered many countries. But why he has lost, it's not only because he has switched his own wife and stuff like that. It's also, but the biggest issue was he made an affirmation to get it there. And his loss was his payback check. You can see it everywhere in history. People who use affirmation get the things, get everything, but with a really, really high payback check. Now, I'm asking you, are you willing to pay the price? You don't know what the price is and when a price comes, but it will come if you're using it. And I don't want to say you don't have to use it. You can use it, but use it consciously. Because everything you are doing unconsciously is actually magic, which is against the laws of the universe. So do everything you are doing with conscious. Be conscious about what you're doing. It's not about just the knowledge, about the consciousness. How conscious are you when you do the affirmation? You might be conscious, okay, because you have to think, okay, it might help and I will get this and this. It's instant gratification. But is it really worth it? For some of these blisses you have right now to sacrifice for. Think about it. Okay. Reshaper, I hope you have an awesome day. Comment comments box down on what some of things I picked up so far. In the end, I just want to make a mad shout out to one of my mom. We have Renila, Alonso Corelio, we have Sortia, and people on YouTube. We have also 2 people on YouTube. Really appreciate you guys. Comment in the comments box down below some of your picked up so far. Also, what do you think about the thing? Have you used affirmation before? Yes or not? And if you like to share this video, please share this video with all people who do affirmation, who are into LOA, because it is not about just, I don't want to not say, hey guys, you don't should do it. I just want to say, when you start off with affirmation, when you start off with LOA, if you start off with manifestation, please do it with consciousness. See what you are doing, because many people are just oversee this part. And I have not seen currently on the internet that everyone is talking about this thing in this kind of manner that I'm just talking about today. So please share this video, not just maybe in other social media, because I want to see not just, I want to save these people who are blindly running into affirmation. Okay? I want to save those people. This is my goal with this video. So please help me to save those people. I hope you have an awesome day, and as always, do not let yourself suppression now. See you tomorrow.